Hi Isaac.
Hi Gabo, how is the production?
Not really good. I have some troubles with the operations because I can know how much to produce because I don't know how much you are going to sell.
If there will be a way to predict your sales.
Yes, I know. And now, ¿who podrá ayudarnos?
Me! Mr. Statistics! What you need for solving all your problems is statistics.
What is a statistic?
Statistics is a way to get information from data. In other words, it's a science and the art of making sense of numerical data. Statistics has many applications in business and engineering. For example, in business we can provide explanations and predictions, investigate consumer responses and convert it into useful information. Also, we can develop investment portfolios. In engineering, we can see if our production is viable given to the use of probabilities. Also, we can improve our quality control and the production processes. Statistics is divided into two branches, descriptive and inferential. Descriptive statistics are devoted to methods of collection, organizing, summarizing, description, display, and summary of data derived from the phenomena under study. Some graphical examples are histogram, population pyramid, clusters, etc. Inferential statistics is involved in the generation of models, inferences, and predictions associated with the phenomena in question, taking into account the randomness of the observations. In other words, it is a body of methods used to draw conclusions or inferences about characteristics of populations based on sample data. So this layer is the one you need for making inferences and predictions about your market's behavior. And now let's see what population and sample are. The population is the set of all items of interest, while the sample is the set of data drawn from the population. This means it is a subset of observed population. Moving forward with the definitions of population and sample, we need to know how are called their descriptive measures. A parameter is the descriptive measure of a population, whereas a static is the descriptive measure of a sample. A census study is a study or survey that measures all the elements of a population. It has its advantages and disadvantages. For example, it provides exact values. The benchmark data obtained may be used for future studies. Also, we get detailed information about small subgroups. The disadvantages mainly is that it is expensive and could take a lot of time. On the other hand, we have the sample study. This study measures some elements of the populations. As advantage, it has that it is lower cost and less time of application. As disadvantage, we could get lower quality of information, may not be representative, it is subjective to sampling study errors, and reduce detailed information. Sample study is very useful because if good techniques are used, it could be representative. It is the only option when studying the whole population. It's impossible, impractical, or uneconomical. Some examples of this situation is when we have to analyze the reaction of the market to a new design of car seats. We only gonna meet a small part of the customers. Or when we have to verify the receivable accounts of a credit card. Auditors take a sample of users of the card, since it is impossible to write a letter to each customer. Another thing you must know is what an experiment is. It is a test or proof in which you make a phenomenon occur under certain conditions in order to verify your hypothesis. There are three types of data: interval, nominal, and ordinal. The ordinal data is the one which is based on real numbers, such as heights, weight, income, and distance. We refer to this data also as quantitative or numerical data. The nominal data are categories. For instance, the marital status of a person may fall into the category of single, married, widowed, or divorced. We refer to this data as qualitative or categorical data. The ordinal data resemble to the nominal data, but they have a ranking. That's the main difference. For instance, the restaurant service can be rated as poor, adequate, good, very good, and excellent. We have two types of scales, quantitative and qualitative. The values of quantitative variables are the result of an actual measurement with a scale or a standard. This means interval data. The data that can be represented by histograms placing adjacently each rectangle. The values of qualitative variables vary in degree but not in class, so they should not be considered as measures. And finally, let's check which steps have to be followed in order to carry out statistical research. First of all, determine the purpose of statistical research. In other words, what do we want to know? Second, identify the population. Third, select the method of research, sample or census. Selecting the research method, sample, select the method of random or experimental research. Fourth, select the sample of the research and sample size. Fifth, determine the independent variables and the dependent variable of statistical research. Sixth, collect the data. Seventh, analyze the data. Sum, charts, find central tendency measures, dispersion, intervals, summary, outliers, etc. Eighth, probabilistic testing of random variability to determine the degree of uncertainty in the data. And finally, obtain population inferences arising from the sample. That's all for my part. I hope you enjoy it. And remember, may statistics be with you.